What is going on, everybody? Struggle Gaming. I'm Jonathan 8035, continuing right where I left off from episode 1. This is now episode 2 of my GemCraft Frostborn Wrath Let's Play. Now this is more of a tutorial, also more of a beginner's guide as well of some of the ways I would play this. Now, I also have my own personal guide up on Steam that I made. And I can put a link for that down in the description below so you can follow along with my spreadsheet. Now, what we did in episode 1, we completed fields W1 to S1, and we did some endurance runs as well. We did W1 endurance at the very end and completed our first 30 waves of endurance. We did the W2's endurance just to get the wizard stashed there, and we haven't really touched on much else. In this episode, we will definitely be getting traps, the battle trait for haste, and 380 more shadow cores. And depending on how our talismans are looking, we might get a level 31 talisman if we're lucky enough to want to go that route. Now, I'm going to be very picky with my talismans. It might not be until the Q map tile that I choose what early game talismans I want to go for. So, if you look at my spreadsheet, I'm not going to pull it up on the screen, but in build S1, we get the spade marking at level 26. B2, you get a claw marking at 21. B3, you get a line mark at 21. And Q4 gives us a lightning mark at 25. And clear into like the T map tile, T5 will give us a square line mark at 20. Now, that's not all the marks, obviously. But if I look here, I got lightning mark here and square line mark here. So if I get another lightning mark, it is going to be beneficial for me to go ahead and get the level 25 lightning mark. But it won't be 25 when I get it. I will go into the map and add 100 shadow cores to drop the rarity to a plus 10. So that will make it a 35 lightning mark right off the rip, which is a pretty high talisman for this early on. Now let's go ahead and get started with the gameplay. Alright, well, this is kind of showing us gem stocking, which kind of whatever. We're gonna do a pretty early tower here and a tower right here. This one we'll put here. We're going to go ahead and do a grade 2 mana and a grade 2 armor slow gem. This is going to be our main kill gem. This is to get us a little bit of mana and surrender armor, and this is just pure mana gain at the front. That's how we're going to be setting this up. For the most part, these are going to kill for the first couple waves here. There we go. We got rid of that first beacon. Alright, we're getting close to leveling up here. So we can get into grade 3. Think of any achievements that are easy to get that I haven't got yet. Not too worried about it for the most part. Alright, we're gonna put that there. And it doesn't give us much mana, but it gives us a decent amount. This should be able to handle most of what this build can throw at us. Yeah. Alright, so that's 10 battles won. Another 1,000 XP, another piece of fragment. Let's go. We're not gonna put this fragment in. So I kind of like where these are positioned. Now I could move this around, right, and put this like this, which will give me more XP gain. Which, because that is XP gain, we are going to go ahead and do that for right now. Now S2 has the battle trait Haste. The only problem is I don't know if we're quite strong enough to make sure we get it. Well, we should be good. And the other reason I said that before even looking at the map is because I kind of knew where the wizard stash was. It's kind of like off in, the outskirts over here. So we're going to have to split our forces a little bit. I'm going to do... Okay, so this says armor level. And at early game, of course, I have no spells. So we're just going to go ahead here and make a grade 2 armor gem. Yeah, I'm thinking that might be enough to keep us afloat for a little bit. Mainly what I want to do is go with an armor slow. And we do have one that got through. Ooh, that was close. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that, but I was sure I was good. Okay. We already got that taken care of, which is a good thing. I'm gonna let these free pass. Take a little bit of a hit. We got our battle trait, and now we got a grade 3 sitting up here. I'm gonna swap them two around real quick. Mainly because I want him to hit this in its spare time, but we need to get our mana gain up a little bit. Yeah, we're not gonna go too much further. In fact, we're just gonna go ahead and end the endurance. Alright. So we got our first battle trait, which is Haste. Alright, into S3. S3 has 360 shadow cores. We don't have to get it right away, but it's not a bad thing to get. Also, the fact that we now have haste means we can get higher XP levels on some of the earlier maps. Yeah. So I'm also going to wait for this. Okay, we're just going to upgrade that one. I was debating on which one to upgrade. Okay, let's go ahead and probably get a grade 2 on that. Now, my main thing with this is I want to destroy this at the very last run through. After the last wave has spawned, I want to destroy this. So if I get close to destroying this before that last wave spawns, I'm going to hold the gem. So I'm keeping an eye on them hit points. Looks like we should be good. In fact, we might need a little bit more oomph. Come on. Alright. There we go. There's a couple achievements. We're just going to go ahead and destroy that too. Why not? Alright, so we destroyed a monster nest after the last wave has started, like I said, and we got our first monster nest destruction. 12 Shadow Cores and Field S4. Alright. So S4 has a very useful skill, and we will be getting it right off the rip here. But first off, we are actually going to get a little bit of XP, and I think we'll do W4 Endurance. We're not going to grab the stash, but we're going to jump this up all the way. So 96% faster wave stones, just to have a 2.2 multiplier. And you'll see how well we can do this. We're not going for the wizard stash. I repeat that because it's very important. And then we get 2 achievements right there. We're going to go ahead and make 2 grade 2s, or 3 grade 2s to start out with. Put them to at random. I'm going to put the other one up here. And we'll make a grade 1 right here and put it at random as well. Our main thing here is to get as much XP as possible. So I'm going to also Gem Bomb. I believe we should be good. Maybe not. That was a lot that actually got through. It's not worth. But I should be good to... Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, it should be good to rank that up. Also, get rid of that. We might be in trouble. I might have overdid it. Oh, that hurts, that hurts, that hurts. Do that. Get a little bit of poison. Shredding. Okay. Okay, that wasn't the greatest run. But basically we did activate a battle trait and set a battle trait to 12. And we got 900 mana spent on banishment. 3 new achievements. You would think I'm doing an all achievement run. Which puts us at 40 extra skill points right off the rip here. And we've only done 39 achievements. And it did level us up a little bit, so that's always good. Alright, we're gonna go to S4 now. Go ahead and get traps. Alright, so we're gonna block that off. And that's basically all we're going to do here. Now this does have shield, and the armor is pretty negligible. But we'll go ahead and do an armor crit gem combo and an armor mana gem combo as our main gem up here. We're gonna go ahead and just block that off, and block that off, forcing all of them either to come in here or in here. Either way, they're getting hit twice. In fact, if they enter here, they're getting hit 3 times. Now, out of habit, I go up here and just hit these, but there are hotkeys, as you can see there. Q to change speeds, and then space is auto pause. Now, I will use space to auto pause. And we've already gotten the stash open. I kind of talked right over that. Thing is, I know what it was. I know it was crap. I'm not worried about it. We are going to do a pure crit gem up here, though. And I'd like to start out at a level 3. There we go. Just for extra damage. Now I'm also going to do a pure mana gem as well. I'm going to move this back up here and put the mana gem here then. But need a little bit more mana back. And with these 3 grade 3s, I should be relatively safe to finish up this level. And there's a lot of swarmlings on the... I didn't want to have like one major one. Always a strat. Should be good, so even if a couple get by, no issue. Especially Swarmling, they're so weak anyway. All good. There we go. We got traps unlocked and easily defeated this field. So now we're going into the V map tile. All right. V1 has the battle trait over crowd, which is a pretty decent battle trait, and we're probably going to go ahead and grab that up right off the rip here. So now we have traps though. And I'm going to put 5 into traps immediately, because this is a very good trap build, especially with poison. So we're going to go into V1 here. And we are going to get the battle trait overcrowd and also beat this with relative ease. So put a trap there, put a trap there, and put a trap there. And we're just going to throw a tower over here. Let's go ahead here and do some grade 1s, which is going to be more than enough for at the very beginning here. Especially with this grade 2 as a backup. But we're going to up these pretty quickly. Basically, as soon as we get a chance, we're upgrading these. So that first one did not get hit by the first trap at all. Look at spread that poison around. Alright. Now we got a grade 3 that has 54 poison damage over 9 seconds. Make that a grade 3 as well. There's our battle trait. If you're following along and keeping up with wizard level for each map, wow, that was a long wait for the wave. We slaughtered them. But yeah, if you are keeping up with Condo Walker and doing relatively the same, you should have no issue at this point of just doing this kind of setup. I mean, if you always get stuck, you can always go and do an endurance run just to get a little bit of XP. Later on, we will be doing some major endurance runs that are going to take a single video to do one run, if not multiple videos to do one run. So now we did V1 and we got traps from S4, and we got our new battle trait overcrowd. We can now go into one of these and activate both overcrowd and haste for some extra XP, but we're not worried about that quite yet. XP at this point is just kind of whatever, right? These are the easy levels. So V2 and V3 both have marked talismans, and we will get to them here in a little bit, because our talisman fragments, we got 2 different marks, but nothing that we can really combine into having the same mark. So Vertically, you want them to have different marks, which is why I put these, you know, 2 vertical. But going across, you want the same mark. I'm not worried about this initial man. We're just going to go ahead and get rid of that. Add it to the shape collection. And if you wondered how I did that, is I used the hotkey C to add to the shape collection. You actually can't see it because it's blocked by my, you know, header, but C adds it to the shape collection. And also, when you go to like change a talisman shape, to change the shape, you have to have it in your collection, which this is the collection here of everything that you added to the shape collection. So I could change this piece to the piece that's black there, because that's the only one I have. However, I can't really do that because I don't have the piece to put the solid piece on the bottom and then take away the top piece to make it that. So I need a piece to kind of forge into it. Now, the way this works is when you use the arrow keys to change a shape, you pay Shadow Quartz to do that, but it is a one-time cost. So basically, the shape change cost for this piece is 65. If I change the shape, I spend 65, but then I can change it however I want, as many times as I want, until I exit the screen. Make sense? I hope I explained that pretty decently there. So we're going to go right into V2. V2 is a pretty good map. It's also the first map with a shrine. So we will try to get a couple of the shrine achievements as well for this map. We're just going to go with a grade 2 mana to start right there. And our main kill gems here will be this one actually, but I'm putting this here to go and destroy that beacon. And I'm just going to go ahead and block that off. I want them to come up that way. They're probably not even going to get to this yet. Alright. Cool. I'm going to do something pretty stupid here, by the way. And I would not suggest doing this. So once we get down to wave 18, you'll see what I mean. And if this doesn't work out, it's just gonna fail this mission. I should be fine. I hope. I might want to do it with left waves, to be honest. Oh, that's not good. Alright. We're gonna hit our first shrine right here. I did not want to do that, but I kind of needed to. I just didn't have the... Yeah, there was a lot of swarmings right there. Okay, we're gonna do a grade 1 enragement. Alright, the way enragement works is especially in this game, it's different than Chasing Shadows. Chasing Shadows, you had to gem bomb each individual tile. This one, you just put the gem in a raging slot, which is in the top left corner here. So once you insert a gem in your raging slot, enraged waves bring stronger monsters and give you more XP. The higher the grade, the more rage, basically. And I want the last 3 waves here to be enraged, but not this one, which is good, because I can do that now then, because it will never enrage the next wave. Now, as soon as they come through, which is weird that that's not charged yet, we're just gonna go ahead and send all of them. Would like a little bit more. Pretty good. There we go. We're gonna upgrade that and put this over here. Yeah, that should be fine. That should be fine. That was a pretty good run. That gave us a lot of decent extra XP for battle XP. So we hit level 20, we activated a shrine, we activated a shrine twice, and we didn't let monsters touch our wood ore for 20 waves, which is pretty nice, and we got V3, V4 out of that. So that was a really good run. Alright. V3. Let's talk about V3. V3, we're gonna do it just for the XP, but we don't need to. The stash has the level 21 line marking, which we don't have any of those yet. And if I do get 2 of them when I'm playing later on, and I want a level 31 talisman, I can always come back and grab that. So until we figure out some of our other talismans of what we get, I want to leave that. So there's no reason for me to grab the stash. Also, it doesn't unlock anything. The only thing that it has is the stash. So we could go right to V4. And that is exactly what we're going to do. Like I said, I could do it for XP, but at this point, I really don't need the XP. So our final map will be V4 today. And this one is our first map with amplifiers. And we are going to put them to use. Now we're going to combine a crit and a slow, and that is because slow gems actually have the highest damage, but we want the crit artifact on it, and we're going to weaken the slow gem quite a bit by adding a double crit there. Also put that there, and we will go ahead and do an armor tearing right there. Yes, I know. This thing is just gonna... Sorry, I don't want you to go that way. All right. And that's pretty good for right now. I want you to make sure you hit the... change this one priority to the shielded / highest armor. So when these swarmlings are coming around, if these reavers are in the way, because they'll have more armor than the swarmlings, it will target them. Just to lower the armor. And you see that worked out pretty well. Then this should be a pretty straightforward map, to be honest. It kind of introduces you to amplifiers by giving you a little bit. However, you do not get amplifiers. Oh no, you do get amplifiers in this map. It is V4. Normal V4, right? Yeah. Alright, so we do get amplifiers from this map. So we're going to actually run this a little bit longer and go ahead and unlock amplifiers in episode 2 here. So we just got to complete this. Which, as of right now, is really no issue. We're going to go ahead and increase this to grade 3. And with this grade 3 and this grade 4, we should have no issue with any of these. We're getting pretty far up there. There we go. Kill 400 monsters. Okay. So we amplified the gem, killed 400 monsters. We have another crappy fragment. We unlocked map file R and R1 and 14 shadow pores. Now, like I said, we are going to do V4 one more time. This time in endurance, no battle traits. This is straight to get the wizard stash. This wizard stash has amplifiers in it, so we will want to grab this up. I'm gonna go ahead and throw 2 down like I did on a couple of the other ones. This one really doesn't have any armor, so the best bet would be going a crit slow on this. Oh, not mana. Bad. Alright. We're trying to get this built up. We're almost through the shield already, though. That's the main thing. There we go. We got our skill. So we had 10 gems on the battlefield. Pretty nice. And now we got a grade 4. Alright, alright. So at this point, we got grade 4 surrounded by 4 grade 2s. That's doing some pretty decent damage. However, they're going to start getting through just those short numbers. They can't attack fast enough to get all of them. But hopefully we can make enough to get a grade 5 in here. That would be really nice. We haven't hit that manifold level 4. Coming up. Okay, yeah, we're not getting too much further here. This thing. Technically, I might be able to save this by getting rid of this and then upgrading this. This is gonna be very close though. I probably would just die. Yeah, I think I die. Yeah, couldn't get the shots off fast enough. It was, you know, some things like that, it's a very big risk, especially early on when you don't have all the skills and everything. So now we have amplifiers, we have traps, we have our fusion and mana stream. These 2 are our starting skills, and we have orb presence. So we got 3 3 wizard skill tomes, and we also have 2 battle traits unlocked. I'm getting rid of that now that I didn't get to the collection. Alright, and that's gonna do it for this episode. Episode 1, we pretty much went from W1 to S1. Episode 2, we went from S2 to V4, skipping over V3, of course, for certain reasons. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in episode 3 next time.